desire with all in the cards. We're going to get into this Joe Biden. Okay, we're going to look at Mr. Joe Biden, family. I'm doing him separately because I am going to do Trump separately as well, family, because I did the election video, but I want to actually do them separate and see who they are and what's to come for them. This is going to be very quick. I'm not going to do a long spread on him, and I ain't going to pull a lot in reference of the ancestor cards, right? I will say that it may be some cancer that could be forming for Mr. Biden in the future. Okay, is what I've seen in reference of his chart. He is a Scorpio in the Western, right? So, but he has like the Saturn energy. Also, money and power is what he's looking for right now, right? His physical needs is what he needs to be paying attention to right now. He's not paying attention to his physical needs, and the ancestors is saying that's something that he needs to pay attention to, because his body, his health, you know what I'm saying, is not where it should be at this time, and they may know that, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna pull a few ancestor cards for us to let us know, and then I'm gonna go to the words of truth and find out what we don't know. All right, so let's see who he is in reference to what the ancestors can tell us. And so ancestors, I'm just gonna pull a few cards. Joe Biden. Mr. Joe Biden, ancestors. Ancestors in reference to Mr. Joe Biden. Who is he? Thank you. Third party. So on his soul is communication, working with others. You know, he was meant to work with others. It was always meant for him to, and look, help. He may be working with others right now around his health, because maybe he realizes that that's the situation that's come up as well. But what ancestors is definitely showing me, look what ancestors just threw out. His career is challenging in reference to coming together with others, right? The Lovers is the card, not only about love, but coming together with others. But look what fell out. His career challenge, right? It's some changes and some challenges around his career and coming together with others. That's probably why the ancestors said, oh, and then he got do you boo underneath of it. So it's like he's wanting to do that. That's how he feels, like he's gonna do what he has to do, right? What other messages can you tell us about Mr. Biden? Yeah, he needs to do self-care. Right now is not the right time for him to be doing things in reference of career-wise, is what the ancestors are saying. It's like a change in that situation, and he just doesn't want to really face it. Ancestors, give us some more in reference of what we need to know. Family is here. No. So his family is telling him no, okay, about doing these things, that he need to get some rest, okay? So everybody is kind of telling him at this time of what he has going on right now. He definitely has some health issues, as we seen. I'm seeing in the cards in reference of cancer for him coming down the line. We'll probably hear something about cancer for Mr. Biden. What else can you tell us, ancestors? I'm just pulling cards in reference of Mr. Joe Biden. What is it that we need to know right now in reference of who he is, what's going on with Mr. Joe Biden? Joe Biden ancestors. So yeah, they may put it out and make it look like he don't have no health issues, but he do. That's what the ancestors said. And even his family knows. Yeah, friends working with him. Something unexpected is gonna happen. Surprise. Patience. Right, so he's trying to ancestors is saying be patient, because there is some unexpected situations that's going to happen. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Competition. So he do have competition on his hands, the ancestors said, especially in reference of this presidential race. Those are all the ancestor cards I'm gonna pull on him. I'm gonna go to the to the words of truth now, family, because I told you this wasn't gonna be long. I just wanted to see what the ancestors could tell us about Mr. Biden and what we needed to know at this time around who he is and what's going on with him. So you've seen what the ancestors told us in the with the ancestor cards, right? So let's call in the ancestors and see what they have to say. Although I have called them in earlier. So this is specifically for Mr. Joe Biden. Show us through the cards, sisters. Show us through the cards what is going to happen with Mr. Joe Biden and what is going on with him at this time. Revealed anything around Mr. Joe Biden now and in his future of what we need to know and what we don't know at this time. Ancestors, show us through these cards. Here we go. Joe Biden, ancestors, what's to come and what do we not know about Mr. Joe Biden, and what's to come and what we don't know about Mr. Joe Biden. Employment. So ancestors is going to tell us about some type of employment, which his employment is what? President, right? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wait till y'all see what the ancestors put out. First two cards I see is scared and devil. He's afraid, okay? He feels like there's some type of negative energy, devil energy, something that's not positive that is going up against him, or he's scared, okay, at this time. And it's devil here. So then you know devil is not actually a devil in a devil suit, right? It's actually negative, devilish energy. He's scared of that. He's afraid of that at this time. He's scared that whatever this he labels as a devil is going to take over or is causing him some type of conflict. How? He has the air and he has the digital. It's going to cause him some type, he has conflict in reference of digital things, phones, cell phones, laptops, communication done digitally, social medias, things like that. He has conflict around this aspect of things because of people seeing him in some certain way that he was highlighted, you know what I'm saying, in reference of this digital system. Computers, technology is digital. Everything is pretty much digital, and he has the air element. Air element is the mental. He also has a lot of mental situations and conflicts, challenges that are against or that goes against or that he has conflict with digital things, right? He also has a lot of things. This is like getting the 9 of swords, right? So he's up thinking and worrying. He's all in his mind about the digital way of things, what people are seeing in the media, the digital form of him being shown. He's worried about that. That's a challenge. I also see that silence, okay, and affiliated. He's trying to put something to not talk or something being held off or closed off. There's some silence here that he's affiliated with, or he's trying to get something stopped, silenced. He's trying to have something cut off in reference of not saying anything. There's some type of silence. He could be affiliated with not saying anything about someone or about something, and it's brought some type of, that silence has brought some type of conflict in his life, okay? And it may be that it's coming through this digital situation, anything digital. This could even be digital currency, all right? This all has to do in reference of his employment is what the ancestors is saying. What else do we need to know in reference of this? Also, he's afraid that he's going to be affiliated with them that are silenced based off of what? His employment. What else do we need to know in reference of this about Mr. Joe Biden? What is why scared here for Joe Biden? Anything going on with him at this time? Ancestors revealed to us in reference of Mr. Joe Biden and scared. Why is that here? Club. He's scared of a certain people that he has to be submissive to. That could be even the people in reference of who he works with, like the Democratic Party or even the Republicans. But there's a group of people, because club is a group of people. It's not actually the club, although it could have been, but he's not going to no club at no 80 something, right? So this is about a club of people, a group of people that he's has to be submissive to, and he's scared about that situation. he may have to be submissive to a group of people. And see, that's what scared is coming out, and what's clarifying scared. Submissive on the bottom of the deck. Clarify the devil for Joe Biden and his future, and what's to hold and what we don't know. Why is devil here for Joe Biden, ancestors? Devil. Why is devil here for Joe Biden? Joe Biden. Mind games. He feels like this devil is playing mind games and not talking about it, being non-verbal about it, okay? He feels like that's what he was scared about, is that they're playing mind games. This devil, this is what he has going on with him. He feels like he's dealing with the devil that's playing mind games and not being verbal about it, not coming out, not talking about it, not telling people about it, just doing things to play mind games with him. Or he could be playing the mind games with the people and not speaking it out and not talking about it. He could be the devil that's playing the mind games with the people. Why is air here for Joe Biden? Why is air here for Joe Biden? Why is air here for Joe Biden? And this is air. Deal. Yeah, serpent. He plays a double part, like he's a serpent, a double-headed snake, family. Okay, so in his conflict, he's trying to make a deal around something. Okay, something that's challenging. This is why he's all in his head about it. This is why he's so complex about whatever this conflict or this challenge is for him, because he's trying to make a deal. He's trying to get it figured out. He's trying to work something out in his favor, and he's doing it on the low. Okay, he's doing it. He's not letting others know. Okay, but he feels that he feels like he's dealing with a serpent, but he's also a serpent as well. Digital. Why is the digital here, ancestors, in reference of Joe Biden? Digital. Why is digital here in reference of what we don't know with Mr. Joe Biden? Loss. Nonverbal. I feel like he feels like he knows and he's not speaking on it, but digitally and how we seen him on the TV, the computers, the internet, the socials, all these apps and everything, like he's lost that already. He feels like he's already lost in that in this situation. Okay, we could also see some type of loss with a digital situation for him. That could be digital money, digital digital currency is what I'm saying. Something in digital he could lose, and we could also see a loss, some type of loss for him around a digital situation. That could be even that digital deal, that we have, because these was on top of each other as well. So there could be some type of deal he loses in reference of some type of digital currency or a digital company that he has conflict with, and he could lose that, but he's being nonverbal about it, and he's not talking about it to anyone. Nonverbal is here again. And what's so funny is silence is here that he's affiliated with. So he's silent and he's not talking and telling about some conflicts, some back-end conflicts that he has going on we don't even know about. Why is the silence here, ancestors, for Joe Biden? Silence. And also he feels like he's being silenced too. Why is silence here for Joe Biden, ancestors? Silence. Gathering. Yeah, he feels like the Democratic Party and the his party that he's with, the gathering of whoever he deals with within the party that he has, politically. He feels like they're being silenced, but he also is being silent about some things going on with that party as well. On the bottom of the deck is employment. Yeah, he feels like they're trying to silence him amongst this party. He feels like they don't want him to be in the employment as well. They don't want him to be in where he is right now as well. So he does feel like they're going against him. He feels like they're affiliated with trying to silence him as well. And there's party on this card at the bottom. See, party. So the party that's gathering and wants to hold off on him or won't speak, holding information or closed off, silent, is the party that he's with, right? They're not saying anything about his employment, which we kept seeing nonverbal, okay? Affiliated. Why is affiliated here for Mr. Joe Biden? What's going on with Mr. Joe Biden in the affiliated? Why is that here for Mr. Joe Biden? Boyfriend. He has a boyfriend that's affiliated. Sex trafficking. This is something coming out about Mr. Joe Biden. Everything here is allegedly. This is all based off of spirit bringing through the messages of things that we don't know in reference of Mr. Joe Biden. Ancestors is saying this is something that is going on in the back end, and he could have something attached to some type of boyfriend or that he's affiliated with, or could be affiliated with him in reference of some type of sex trafficking is what we're seeing here. Not sure. Ancestors speak. Everything, like I said here in this video, is allegedly. We don't know him. Everything is here is just on some index cards, pulling in reference to the ancestors. Take it out with the Most High, okay? Give us some last energy around what we don't know. What's going to be the future for Mr. Joe Biden? What's the future for Joe Biden? What's the future? Ancestors, speak to us now and let us know. What is the future for Mr. Joe Biden? What's the future for Joe Biden? Ancestors, show us the future of Joe Biden and his employment or whatever is going to happen. What do we need to know in reference of Mr. Joe Biden? What's the future? Ancestors, speak through the cards on what's the future of Mr. Joe Biden. Emergency. Racist. Friend of an enemy. Signs. What else, ancestors, is his future? Within the next month, this month, within the next month, or within this month, there will be some signs. Pow, pow, a weapon. So there's some type of emergency that's going to happen within the next month or few months that we'll see. He may have a friend of an enemy that comes at him in reference of some type of weapon. Not sure exactly what type of weapon that would be. Winning. He could be winning. I got rainbow. Winning with the LGBTQ community is what I'm seeing here. Within the next few months, we could hear or see some or hear some signs about him winning with this community. He may win with some type of power, whatever weapon he has to use in reference of, maybe that may be his weapon in reference of winning is the LGBTQ community. Within the next few months, we could see some things come out about that. What else we need to know about Mr. Joe Biden in the future and around his employment? So he may win, family, is what ancestors is showing us here. Not sure. Let's see. Giving and receiving. Enemy. Shopping, going after. Impaired. What else do we need to know about Mr. Joe Biden? Joe Biden. Numerology. Okay, so it's something within his numerology that we need to know. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing winning. So he may win, ancestors is saying, and he, in his future in reference of the energy, he may be getting love towards it, family. He may get love from this community, could be the situation. Maybe that's why boyfriend and affiliated came out. Because that's going to be some type of weapon that he's going to use that is going to be with this community. It's going to be some signs and synchronicities that we're going to see. Because it's an emergency. He's going to have it's some type of emergency that's going to happen. There's going to be some type of giving and receiving towards that community. In the next few months, next month, we'll see something he's going after. Okay? Earthly possessions. But we asked about what was going to happen in the end in reference of his career or in the future, and winning came out. Ancestors, is there anything else you want us to know specifically in reference of Mr. Joe Biden? Interesting. It'd be crazy if Trump's came out like that too. What's going on with Mr. Joe Biden? What's the last energy you want us to know, ancestors? Wife. Something about his wife. Detached. And a rat. Harmed. They may want to be very careful that he is, that spirit. Something fell in my other room. But there could be something, and that could be confirmation, motivation in reference of this message. There's something about his wife being harmed. Detachment. This is a card in reference of being separated. He could be separating with his wife. Detachment, and there's a rat. This is about somebody spilling news about something, or snitching. Trickster. Judgment. So he's gonna be going through some type of judgment in reference of, you know, maybe even getting a divorce, maybe even divorcing from his wife or separating from his wife, or we'll find something out about that, or someone close to Mr. Biden about that is what ancestors are trying to let us know. Someone who's going to be telling on someone. There's some type of trickster in the mix attached to him, and they're going through some type of judgment. We keep getting employment. We keep getting employment on Mr. Biden. They already know, ancestors said. They already know. It's a cover up in reference of his employment. Isolated. Time. Only time will tell in reference of this situation. Confess. There's going to be some things that are going to be, yeah, they plan things out, family. Like I said, it's premeditated. Yeah, they already have correspondence and know exactly which way it's going to go. It's going to be the same clone copy of the situation we're dealing with now, and they're covering up to make it seem, yeah, crossing boundaries in reference of some things. Yeah, educating themselves on the situation at this time and reunite, coming back together. Unification, that's a wish fulfillment there in reference of employment. So I don't have anything coming out in reference of, maybe it's Trump that's the one that we seen in the original about someone passing on, right? Because we see him winning. And we see it being done over again, and him actually educating himself and the wish being fulfilled. And they already know this is premeditated in reference of his what? Employment that keeps coming out. So they already know. And he's going to use the LGBT community in reference of his weapon for love to win. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I didn't even want it to be this long, but hopefully this gave you some clarification, confirmation in reference of Mr. Biden. But his health is not good. I did see that it would be some type of cancer that comes up. But that's all I have in reference of Mr. Biden. Okay, so you've seen what the ancestors kicked out to us. I didn't see any death or anything here either. All right, peace. I love you guys through the darkness to the light. Until the next time, it's all in these cards. Peace, family.
Gratitude for the sunshine. Gratitude for the moonlight. Every day feels like a new life.